Affirm. It's out of Colorado. How you doing? 101. Got you 101 miles an hour. You have your license proof insurance on you? Yeah, I got her at 92.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I did talk about in the video, and we're gonna hop right into it. So, I've been trying to do the longer videos lately for my watch hours. I don't know if how y'all fucking with it. I think YouTube doing some weird shit with the views right now. But anyway, this one will probably be a little bit of a shorter one. And today we're just gonna talk about Shedeur Stevens and his recent shit he got. Shedeur Sanders and the recent shit he got going on. So first, it was said that Shedeur Sanders was pulled over on June 6th in Medina, Ohio, by Ohio State Patrol. Medina is like 38 minutes outside of Cleveland, so he wasn't too far from where he was supposed to. I mean, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he wasn't too far from like the facilities and the city of Cleveland. The problem is he failed to appear on June 13th for this incident. Failure to appear, depending on what it be, could definitely send your ass, get your ass back in the jailhouse. With a speeding ticket is, obviously it's less, detrimental, I guess, to your record and things of that sort. But definitely a problem when you're supposed to be an NFL quarterback. And then he got pulled over again in Strongville, Ohio, which is probably like 30 minutes outside of Cleveland. If you see the map, it's kind of like in between Cleveland and Medina. So I don't know if he got a crib out there that's probably out on the outskirts, because Cleveland is dangerous as hell. So I live far as shit from Cleveland, but or he got some little shit out there. He might have a little thing he been trying to see out there. Pull up in that fast thing on her ass. And he got caught up twice, but this time he was registered going for 101 in a 60-mile zone. So he's really lucky. I don't know, cause first of all, I can tell you Ohio State laws is very different from, cause I have got a speeding ticket before, and I was able to get my shit downgraded, but that's not important. But I have got a speeding ticket before, and my damn court date was not no damn in a week. My court date was was like 2 months out, 3 months out. So I'm very confused how he went to, his shit was already a week already, and then on top of that, going 50 miles over. I know in North Carolina I would got some type of reckless danger. No bullshit, I might have had a mug shot in North Carolina if I had went 50 miles over the speed. 50, I say 50, 40 miles. It's still 40, it's crazy. 40 miles over the speed limit. Cause I've known people who end up like getting real life mug shots for speeding just because they were going so much over the speed limit. And 40 sounds like that shit'll get your ass in trouble. So then, but the thing is, he has paid both tickets now. Obviously, I mean, now after failure appearing, you get another one. And he addressed the media outside of David Njoku's charity softball game, so I'll put that in here.
I know I be vibing, bro.
He's just a regular kid. Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm just a little boy.
He didn't do nothing wrong. I haven't seen anything wrong.
He's talking about overall in life. I made some wrong choices personally, and I got owned up to him. I made some, not great choices.
He's saying that because he's an accountable person.
I learned
from the real people.
I learned.
He's not. He don't be doing it.
I learned.
And the next time he will be with the team is on training camp on July 22nd. So he got a month to himself to, work out, do things of that sort. Hopefully he doesn't get in trouble anymore. But now this definitely, has to definitely concern you and makes you wonder about him making the team. And, he probably, because him making the team, and as well, like, does he, still, do he become a starting quarterback and things of that sort? So this definitely, makes you think about that. As far as making the team, he probably still made the team. Honestly, it's speeding tickets at the end of the day. Like, yeah, niggas ain't fucking with it, but like, especially when you a 5th-round draft pick, but he really wasn't supposed to be a 5th-round draft pick, so you gotta look at it like that too. As well as, it's just speeding tickets though. The NFL, not to do no funny shit and things of that nature, but the NFL has a record of letting some shit that they shouldn't let slide. Woman beatings, things of that sort. They have a record of letting a lot of shit slide. So I would, obviously I'm not very surprised if a speeding ticket is not the end of the world for sure. There's Sanders. So one thing. Obviously, he's on a roster with hella quarterbacks who also drafted another rookie quarterback in Dylan Gabriel and they have a veteran in Joe Flacco. So I always predicted, even before all this would happen, I felt like Joe Flacco was obviously going to start the season just because of experience and he's been here a year. Did he? Well, he was in Cleveland last year, I think, too. So he knows the offense, he knows the personnel, he knows the coaches, things of that sort. So I definitely, just because of that, I felt like he was gonna start, and then I felt like at some point Shedeur is probably gonna take over. From looking for anybody who had a draft board didn't have most people, let me say that, because it definitely was some ridiculous takes about Shedeur. Didn't really have Dylan Gabriel up there with the top of guys, and Shedeur was, for most people, number 2 behind Cam Ward. Some people's number 1 at a point, but Cam Ward kind of took over towards the end. But he, I always felt like he was a way better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel. He's bigger. His I ain't gonna say he ain't got no strong arm. He just don't got an out of world arm, but I do feel like he got an out of this world accuracy, and that's perfectly fine too. So that's why I feel like he was always better than Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel, in a way, kind of reminds me of Tua, but the thing about Tua, even though his arm weak as shit and he's small, he accurate than a motherfucker. Like Tua could throw that bitch into a trash can for like 50 yards away. Like he accurate as a motherfucker. So that's one thing. I just always felt like, so I don't think this really might hinder him making the roster or becoming the starting quarterback this season or next season. I just think this is a small blemish. It's kind of he's young, so he fast cars, nice cars and shit. You might drive him a little faster than you should, but it's a speeding ticket at the end of the day. And really, this is just a headline because of his name and how people wanted to shit on him the last couple months. So that's really all it is to it. That's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just hit up on the video and we up.